This one will be a bit more of a challenge because I need to do the second half of the tail. Let me put those down here. I need to do the second half of this tail more left-handed because I didn't want this side to show because this has the extra little, you know, funky looking blurps rather than being nice stripes. So this one here I'm having to knit left-handed. And I'm still changing colors. So I did 2 rows of black, and I'm going to do 2 rows of white.
A wild Staravia appears captured using both catch winners revealed in 90s.
Staravia. I'm going to wait till the timer runs down a bit before I throw my timer ball. I don't know if I got my yarns untangled or not. But here we go. I'm going to hold that in my right hand, this one in my left hand. And I'm going to knit left-handed. Almost 10 more seconds. I can throw the timer ball. Okay, I can throw the timer ball.
Cash timer ball. Cave fighters. Cash timer ball.
That's the wrap and turn. This one here. Slip, wrap, turn.
Pokemon community game. Staravia has been caught by Nico.
Congrats, Knitter Girl. You got it.
A 5-minute ad break is starting. Thank you for sticking with us through this break. Ads help support my content. Consider subscribing to remove ads and support the stream.
Okay. Dark color. Helps if I go in the right space.
So sorry, mirrors, Deborah and KB.
It's okay. I forget what the missions are, but that still counts as an attempted catch. So that's alright. It's still an attempted catch. That's all that matters. For me, anyway. Okay, this one here. Oh, that's the... See the white down here? That's the wrap and turn. The black, it's harder to tell. It's the wrap. And turn. If Exotic Kitty is still here, this would be nothing for her. Because she is a left-handed knitter. For me, it takes a touch of practice. I haven't practiced left-handed knit and crochet for a while, so I'm half on a struggle bus doing the knitting left-handed. I can do it. So sometimes it takes a little bit of thought. It doesn't come, you know, like first nature or second nature. It takes a little bit of thought. I still have the muscle memory to do it. To turn. need to go ahead and do some shout outs. I don't know if we shouted out Crafty Lady. Also need to shout out Exotic Kitty. Bluetooth Abscess also is a streamer. Need to give her a shout out. Anybody else? Lady Cricket Bug. Those are the ones I know of. Oh, the Crafty Cub was in here too. If you don't follow everybody, please do. Pretty much. We're all, as you can tell, we're all very supportive of each other. Bluey did stream earlier today. She was doing a grayscale of Stitch, cartoon character Stitch. Coming out super cute. This is one way to slow me down, make me do it left-handed. Sure, untangle everything here. Hard to see black, but I have the feeling this isn't quite all the strands of that yarn. There we go. That's better. That's better. That feels right. All this time I'm pulling from the inside of the skein. Oops. I thought I was taken from the outside of the skein. I mean, it's okay either way. I'll figure out what's going on with the white. Ooh, man, 15 minutes is going by very fast. Phew, it's looking the same. Yes, it is. Gotta get that timer ball thrown.
Go cast timer ball. Knitter girl. Go cast timer ball.
You had it better time than I did, but I think it'll be alright either way. Okay, next row.
Pokemon community game. Lenian has been caught by Cave Fiber's Knitter girl.
Congrats. Yay, we were both successful. If we were looking to catch, that is. Okay, this one here goes all the way across. And then when we turn, he needs to bind off. So put that on.
Mirror stepper.
There's one.
That is looking very good. I can't wait to see the end.
Oh, it's been a challenge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, white yarn's getting tight. Both needles. 8. Plus we do 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Yarn to the front. Wrap around that one. Turn. Knit the 5. Now, cable cast on left-handed. This is something I have never done. So, yeah. I'm gonna do it right-handed because I know how to do it that way. 1, 2. I think it'll be fine. 3, 4, 5. Hi. 6, 7, 10. Okay, I need to turn and knit all the way back. Hi, Miss Mia. Are you grunting at me?
Knitter girl. BRB.
No problem. Yeah? Oh, Mia? You've been getting more talkative. Except for when you're quiet. Yeah. Except for when you're sleepy and you're quiet. Yeah. You can come up here and say hi. Getting into the bag of fiberfill is not going to help you, sweetie. There. There. Oh, good. It looks the same. Yay, I'm doing it. Yay, I'm doing it. Hi, Mia. It looks the same as the other one. Yay, that was the goal. Yay, I'm so happy, Miss Mia. I'm so happy. Yeah. Hi. Mia loving and kadosh. Yes, we like our kadosh. Yes, you do. We have a whole nother hour, Miss Mia. Yeah, can we finish? You think we can finish this tail? I don't know. This chicken's definitely gonna go slower than the other ones. Wrap around that one, and I'm just gonna curl it. I'm feeling like a little lazy. There's a knot on the yarn right there, and I just made sure that it stays on the back side or the inside of the hen. It's going to be fine. Drop the black, pick up the white. Hey, Fergster, how are you? I have not seen Geo today, but we did share her impkin that she posted in Discord. So we're making a black and white chicken. Chicken number 12. This one takes a bit more concentration. Welcome back. We're gonna wrap this one. Trying to purl tightly. Normally when I purl it's looser than my knit. Trying to fix that problem. Back to the black. I'm like, wait, am I doing this right? But yes, I am. I'm doing it right. We got it, Mia. We got it. Yeah, we got it. We're doing it right. Yeah, I'm not even looking at the pattern. You're slobbering all over. Ugh. Felt it hit my face.
Hello, Miss Mia.
Oh, slobber monster has arrived. It's not on my can, is it? Oh, okay. We'll finish it before you slobber in it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me, I burped it because I drank it all fast. Yeah, bubbly stuff, I drink it too fast. Whew. I can still feel the bubbles in my tummy. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. Plop. I heard the plop. 69. Nice. Little girl loves to go swimming. She's always trying to get in the pool. Can I scooch you over just a tad? There we go. Yeah, just a tad. Now we can still pet you from there. See? See how that works? Yep, no. I feel like I got cat hair in my face. Probably do. They're so cute.